Hello, Carl here. Now, we should probably go through the basics before you're thrown into deadly life-threatening situations with little to no chance of escape. I can only assume. Why don't you head on over to that platform by using the left thumbstick? Looks like those legs aren't just for show. Anyway, use grip to pick up those 2 cubes over on that table. If there's a circle on the item, you can force pull it towards you too. Arms and legs that work. Good to see you didn't lie on your resume. Anyway, use the A button on your right controller to jump on top of those blocks. After that, vault by placing both hands on the higher block and push downwards with both at the same time, and you'll pull your dank as Frank. Now, walk to that stone arch and crouch underneath it by pushing down on the right thumbstick. You can stand again by jumping or pushing up on the right stick. Okay, now that you can move as well as a toddler, let's get you some sparky boom. The magic gloves you're wearing can absorb the power inside of spell crystals. All you have to do is grip the crystal and unlock the ability to use the fire spark spell. Now, the fire spark spell is a beginner spell, so it won't do much to anything serious. I'm sure you'll be fine though. Hold the trigger down to begin charging. Then, flick your wrist and let go of the trigger at the same time to launch the spell. If you charge the spell for long enough, it will also gain a heat-seeking ability. Now remember, when charging any fire spell, you'll get flames around your hand, and then you can set things on fire! You also have a backpack for goodies you find. Just reach over your left shoulder and use the grip button to pull your backpack out. If you let go of grip at any time, it will snap back to your back. Now I've left my favorite pet rock on that table that you can pick up and drop in your backpack. Or, if you'd rather have him close by, you can put it in your hip holster. Look at you! Tiny spell, check. Pet rock, check. Ready to take on the world, girlfriend. Hello, Carl here. I'm your companion assistant for research and learning. I used to be a companion unit for navigation and transmission, but we had a few too many lawsuits, and now Carl is here to stay. I'm here to assist you as you explore deadly, long-forgotten ruined cities that have been abandoned since the Cataclysm hundreds of years ago. I also can translate calls from the Professor, but he's kind of serious and boring, always with the "Now, Explorer," and "Stop going into my wife's underwear drawer, Carl." Whatever. Speaking of the Professor, transmission incoming!
Now, Explorer, before I tell you the mission, I think we need a history lesson. I'll keep this brief. As you know, our world, Embra, suffered a cataclysm hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. Now, poisonous matter covers the majority of the world, making it uninhabitable. However, we are finally poised to reclaim it. Something you may not realize is that our city, Cambra, and the other Bastion cities were aided in their creation by the discovery of ancient Magitek facilities. These facilities contain devices that we have adapted for our survival. Your Magitek gloves are a prime example of this. The reason I'm telling you this is that we believe believe we have found another such facility, which is where you are currently headed. Initial scouting reports indicate that this was once a training island for warrior spellcasters. You will need to be careful, as there are some, shall we say, not-so-friendly mechas that have escaped their confines and are roaming the island. I believe that us Cambrians have the early lead on exploring the island. However, it's only a matter of time before the other nations catch on and try to steal the tech for themselves. I hesitate to tell you this, but we have lost contact with our initial scouting party, so see if you can find any clues to their whereabouts. Remember, leave no stone unturned, as there's no telling what we may find here and how we can advance our civilization.
Thank goodness that is over. Carl is back. Now, the professor did mention that we were the first to find this island, but it looks like we have a little friendly competition here. Hello, friendly Vuren vessel that looks like they are turning their weapons on us? I'm sure everything is... Oh my goodness, they shot us! I have a family! Oh. Anyway, brace yourself. We're going down! Finally, you're awake. Now, I don't mean to alarm you, but our only way off this island is kinda busted. Don't you worry your sweet cheeks. Your mate has a plan. Now, you see, in your briefing, it was mentioned that there's some fancy-ass technology around here. So if we don't die and find some of that sweet tech, then we might be able to get away from this deadly paradise. This little fella. He's pretty cute. But wait until they're shooting fire into your face. Jerks. Looks like we need to get the power going before that lift will turn on. I think I saw some large tower looking thing off to the left, so maybe we can head over there. I mean, if you don't have anything better to do. Now that's what I call a power station. I mean, it's kind of phallic looking, but who am I to judge ancient civilization design choices? Go see if you can turn it on, if you know what I mean. There it is. Pull that switch and turn the power on! Feel the power! Anyway, let's get back to that lift, shall we? And look, a convenient, magical, glowing zip line for us to use. Ooh, hold on. I actually know what this is. The professor said that there were a bunch of these crystal shards all over the island. And if someone found all of them, then something hidden would be revealed. Dum, dum, dum. Anyway, there should be a log in your inventory showing how many you still need to find. So, you know, chop chop. Oh, thank goodness that actually worked. I have no idea what I'm doing. Ooh, that temple looks fancy. Something that fancy has to have fancy tech in there. And probably deadly guns too. How fun. Oh, baby. Look at that spell crystal. Now, I don't know if that's gonna help us get home, but it's damn well gonna keep us alive. Now that's a firecracker. Let's see if we can beam some of these bots, eh? seem to have a puzzle on our hands. Now, I'm not the brightest barrel of bolts, but it looks like we have to use the spell we just absorbed to open this somehow. Okay, it looks like we have two doors here. One will lead outside and needs power routed to it. One will lead outside and needs power routed to it. The other has some markings on it and look related to the crystal shards you have been finding. There must be some kind of challenge for a shard in that room.